Hello? I'd like to report a possible runaway.
You really want to finish someone off? How do you feel about earning $5 while you're at it?
Go on.
Bloke who's just been in to see me wants a job done, but not just roughed up, rubbed out. Interested?
Could be. Who is it?
Chrissy Latham.
Sounds like real easy money. Pity, though. She's all right.
Well, I don't mind what you do to her before you finish her off. Just as long as you finish her off.
That really sounds like my sort of work, mate. $5,000, plus bonus. You tell your friend she's as good as dead.
He's going to divorce you, Sally.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh, but I didn't mean...
It's an impossible situation for him.
What about Michelle?
Peter's applying for custody.
You all right, Dempster? I thought you wanted to see your solicitor. What's happened? Well, is he going to arrange for you to see your husband or not?
It won't be necessary. He wants a divorce.
Oh, I see. Look, I know something like this is a great shock. We do have social workers available.
No.
Well, early days yet. Perhaps you can talk to your husband later.
There's nothing to say. I don't want to talk about it. Please, just leave me alone.
What's the matter, Mrs. Powell? Afraid to let her loose in maternity?
Oh, shut up, Latham. Put some energy into scrubbing that floor.
Yeah, sure. Just making sure all the little kids are safe for the night. You bloody child-bashing bitch. I hope they take that kid away from you for good. You don't even deserve to be a bloody mother.
Feeling better?
Bit.
Nothing like a good chunder when you're feeling crook.
Gotta get out of here.
You better sit down, love, before you fall down.
But what if Tony does tell somebody?
He won't.
He knows how old I am now.
Look, he doesn't know when to keep his trap shut, but he won't lag to the ducks and geese.
God, if he does, I'll be sent home.
Look, if it'll make you feel any better, I'll go down in a minute and have a yak to him, okay?
All right.
Yeah. Make yourself nice. Well, we sure tied one on now, didn't we? And I don't give a stuff what Tony said. It was bloody grouse.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, love. You really are crook. Is there anything I can do for you? Doesn't seem like just a hangover to me.
I'll be okay. I usually am after a while.
You get this often. What does the doc say?
I haven't seen one.
We are now.
No!
Well, keep your hair on.
I'll be all right.
Look, you ought to see a quack, love. Never know, might be up the duff or something. Oh, crikey. You're not, are you?
I don't know.
You're late? How long?
About a month.
Well, that doesn't sound too bloody good now, does it?
What am I gonna do? Oh, Maxie, what am I gonna do?
God, love.
What do you mean the cops are coming here to pick her up? What the hell are you on about, Tony?
I had to call them.
This place is supposed to be a refuge, not a bloody dob-in centre.
She's only 14.
She came here for help.
Which she wouldn't let us give. Hell, I tried, Judy. I just wasn't getting anywhere.
I told you to give her more time, didn't I? Eventually she would have talked.
Yeah, well, she didn't. And we can't ignore the fact her parents must be worried sick.
Don't you think I realize that? I've got a daughter of my own, remember?
Yeah, well, then you should understand.
You're missing the whole point, damn it! You've got to get your priorities right.
What do you mean?
Look, Kim or anybody else that comes here comes because they are in big trouble. Now, they have got to be able to trust us.
Yeah, sure, but we can't hide a child from a family.
We also cannot betray that trust. If word gets around that we're dobbing them in, then we might as well forget about this place, because that is exactly what everybody else is going to do.
Hey, at least this concert stuff gets us out of this flaming trapeze for a while.
Yeah.
Here, guess who I've just seen?
Oh, make my day, will you? The freak in the garbage compactor.
No, she broke the blinking tree. No, the baby basher.
Don't tell me they've let her out of isolation. Hope so. I've got plans for that bitch.
She's still there.
Well, what's the big deal then?
Well, I just saw Po-Face bringing her back from the interview room. She'd half look weird, you know, like she's had bad news or something.
You're breaking my heart.
I bet the cops have found out she's been bashing that kid.
Could be. You know, for once I'm on their side.
I don't know how someone could bash their kid like that.
I hope they have her guts. If there's anything left of them after we've finished with her, that is.
You bloody child-bashing bitch. I hope they take that kid away from you for good. You don't deserve to be a bloody mother.
Look, you can't go around sticking knitting needles into yourself.
Gotta do something.
Look, do you want him to find you bleeding to death somewhere? Because that's what's going to happen to you.
You could help me, couldn't you?
A couple of mates of mine tried it. Fixed themselves up all right. Just about for good.
Can't have it. I won't.
Look, if you're dead set against the idea, there are clinics. Legal ones.
Wouldn't they ask how old I was?
Oh, I don't know. You might need your parents' consent. You're only a kid yourself.
Can't go there then.
Maybe you got your parents figured wrong. Did you think of that? They might want to help.
They wouldn't understand.
Well, what about Jude? Tell her.
I couldn't.
Oh, for God's sake, why not? There's a good chance she could work something out for you.
No. And you've got to promise you won't say anything either. Not to anyone.
Problem's not going to go away, kid. You've got to face it.
Please.
Bloody bastard.
This policeman would like a word with you, love.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Then you won't mind telling me your name.
No, of course not. It's Kim. Kim Morgan.
Wasn't it Kerry Brody when this was taken? You must have had some reason. People don't just run away for nothing. School getting you down a bit. You can at your age now.
Carrie, listen to me, love. We're not here to frighten you. We want to help you.
That's right.
You realize that, don't you? Well, we can help you if you won't tell us what's bothering you. Come on, honey, what is it?
Your parents have been worried sick. Your mum's been phoning constantly. Well, if you're not going to say anything, you'll just have to come down to the station with me.
Couldn't they pick her up from here? Station's a pretty frightening place.
Oh, we don't want to lose her again.
You won't. I'll look after her, I promise. I mean, look at her. She's not a criminal. She's just a frightened kid.
All right. I'll phone her parents, let them know she's safe and sound. Actually, they're very nice people. I'm sure they'll be here just as soon as they can.
Thanks.
Mr. Witherspoon, you're charged with drunken driving.
Driving without a licence?
Yeah, and speeding. What do you say to these charges?
Just give us half a bloody hour, your lordship.
You're supposed to say, I'm very sorry, your lordship.
Stuff the bloody sketch.
You can at least try, can't you?
We're not all sucking up to the screws, so we're sweet for parole, are we?
You leave off, Penny. Leave.
Any problems, Reynolds?
No, sir, Mr. Carson.
Good. I want that floor so clean you can eat off it. Make it snappy.
Hey, you. You're new.
Yeah.
You got a handle?
Murray. Neil Murray.
Have you looked in on Dempster lately?
Can't say I have.
Well, I'd like you to keep checking on her.
Oh, what's she done to deserve the special treatment?
She's very withdrawn and I am worried.
Is that all? Time to start worrying when they go the opposite way.
Yes, well, she could do that. This morning, she was told her husband's divorcing her. And I think she's still in shock.
What did she expect? A medal? She did bash his child and run him down.
Well, it isn't that simple. She had a lot of problems.
Everyone's got problems. She's just like the rest of them. No hopers. They couldn't make their lives work on the outside. What can you expect from them in here?
I can expect you to check on her regularly.
All right, if you think it's worth the time. Can't say I do.
Then that's a pity, Joan, because that was an order. And you will see it's carried out, won't you?
What makes you think you know him?
Damned if I know. Right there, tip of me tongue.
You been in with him before, or what?
No, more recent than that. You know, like I read it in the papers. Jesus, driving me crazy.
He looks like a bloody kid.
Yeah, probably a bloody bank teller or something like that. I bet he's one of them computer blokes who's knocked over the government for a couple $100,000.
You reckon Carson will tell Andy?
I told Andy not to come back unless he found out. Something about this Murray bloke that's driving the life out of me.
Here he comes now.
Well?
Carson says he's crazy, reckons we ought to stay away from him.
Never mind that. What's he in for?
Well, he's the one's been killing all the pros.
Bloody hell, is that him?
He's been in hospital, that's why he's only just surfaced. The cops shot him when they nicked him.
I did read about it in the papers. I think that's where I heard Chrissy Latham's name, too. He was trying to break her neck when the cops grabbed him.
You sure of that?
Of course I'm bloody sure. You know, soon check it out.
Forget it. What does it matter anyway?
It matters. Plenty.
I didn't reckon Tony'd do such a rotten thing.
Yeah, all right, Maxine.
Yeah, well, I told the bastard what I thought of him anyway.
Yeah, and I'm sure the world heard you. Now, will you shut up a minute? Listen, honey, I don't know why you came here. It must have been pretty painful, or you would have been able to talk to us about it. And we haven't given you much time, and I'm really sorry about that. I just want you to know that you have got friends here.
Some of us, anyway.
Anyway, anything you say to me won't go any further than these four walls, okay? Maybe you can't talk about it now, but if you ever feel like talking about it in the future, you just ring me. Anytime.
G'day, Mr. and Mrs. Brody.
Oh, Kerry's waiting. Judy.
Come on, love.
Oh, Kerry, darling.
Mum.
Oh.
Hello, love.
Dad. Oh, let me look at you. Oh, I can't thank you enough. You don't know what I've been imagining.
I can guess.
Yeah, well, you can thank him. It was all his work.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'm just glad she came somewhere where... Well, B. Smith told me what sort of work you're trying to do here, and I work with her.
Oh.
Oh, but why?
I think we'd better get her home, Mum. We can talk about it then.
Oh, of course. Come on, love.
Kerry. I'm sorry, I had to do it.
I'll send the clothes back.
Keep them.
Oh, Kerry, keep in touch, won't you? I'll be wanting to talk to you before too long.
Yeah.
Bye. Thanks
Bye.
again.
Bye.
Come on, love.
You lousy bastard! Why'd you have to go and dob her in for? I'll see yous later. Stinks around here.
Takes a bit of getting used to, don't it? Still not such a bad place if you know how to work the system. It's a bit cold at nights, but unless you fancy a bit of the other.
Yeah, well, I don't.
No, I didn't think you did. So you might change your mind after a couple of months.
Look, if you don't mind...
Yeah, well, I was just giving you a friendly hint or two. How to survive. See, sometimes we get a break. Like this concert.
Yeah, well, I'm not really interested, you know.
Me neither. See when the horny little chicks from Wentworth front up.
Yeah, well, they're whores. All of them.
Yeah, of course they are. Only some of them so keen they'll hand out freebies.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Well, I thought you might be interested in a piece of the action, that's all.
No, thanks.
There's one little bird there especially. A blonde number. Chrissy someone.
Who?
Chrissy, Latham, yeah, that's her name. Real little goer. Not real fussy either.
So they let sluts like that in here, do they?
Just for the concert. Got to be quick, if you know what I mean. Still, If you're not interested, I'll be off. Plenty of other blokes.
Yeah, well, just a minute. Maybe I should take the chance when I can.
That's real good thinking. Leave it all to little old Lou baby here. I'll see you get fixed up real good. That bloke's itching to get at Latham's throat.
Who cares?
I do. Piss off, Hudson, or I'll scramble your brains for you, mate. With Murray, I got a fall guy. All I got to do is get him rostered near the theatre. Get him alone with that bitch, and he finishes her off, and I pick up 5,000.
You'd be taking a risk. The blokes are crazy. Anything could happen.
Yeah, he might be off his tree, but he knows what he wants. Like letting a kid loose in a candy store, mate.
I still reckon you'd be better off doing the job yourself. Campbell's not the bloke to play funny buggers with.
Look, all he wants is Latham dead, right?
Yeah, with no stuff-up.
And there won't be. What's the name of that trustee on work duty rosters? The one who owes you one?
Waters.
Right. Now you get him to put Murray on work duty roster? Tea trolley, something like that? Okay? Nothing to it. You'll see.
Come on, love. I'll make us a nice cup of tea. I baked a cake for you yesterday. Chocolate, your favourite. Thank God you're home to eat it. Had us real scared, you did.
Sorry.
Well, now that you're home, things are going to be different.
Are they?
Well, I know Dad and I have pushed at you to do well at school. It's just that we want you to have the chances that we missed out on.
Mum?
It's what you want that's most important, so if you can stick at it till you're 15, then I promise.
Mum, it's not school.
Then what is it, love? Please tell me.
Well, Mum, Well,
What are you two cooking up?
Nothing, Dad.
Oh, Kerry was just telling me what was,
I've been really tired. I think I'll have a rest. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, of course not, love.
She said anything to you?
No, but I hope she hasn't found out about you and your little flings. You don't know what it could do to a young girl knowing her father was like that.
Don't take all day, Gaffney.
You haven't eaten, Kid Basher? Geez, anyone would think the food was poison or something. Pity. Bloody beautiful. Mrs. O'Regan's done us proud for once.
I'll just try a little.
Sorry, room service can't wait. Look, you know, the tucker in this joint's not too bad. It's the showers you gotta watch. Because sometimes the soap gets razor blades stuck in it and you've got to be so careful.
Oh, no, you can't.
What the hell's going on, Gaffney? I told you to hurry up.
Well, that's just what I was telling Sally here, Miss Ferguson, but she wanted to hold me up.
Is that right, Dempster?
I haven't finished my lunch.
Oh, then you'll just have to be faster next time, won't you? Get out, Gaffney.
Sorry about the room service. See you in the shower block, Dempster.
Dempster's off her food. Wouldn't eat her lunch.
How was she apart from that?
Yeah, feeling sorry for herself. Look, how often do I have to report on this? I do have other duties, you know.
Yes, I do know that. Oh, look, perhaps it'd be better if I took her out of isolation. She might be better off talking to some other women.
Well, she'd be more work out than in. You know how the other women feel about baby bashers.
Yes.
Yeah, well, they'll be after her hide. Gaffney's been trying to get at her already.
Yes, and so has Latham. But then, if a supervising officer is there most of the time.
Suit yourself.
Leave her where she is for the moment. Mrs. Davidson will be back from the departmental meeting soon. I'll see what she thinks.
Thought you might be hungry by now.
Thanks, I am a bit.
So your old dad's good for something, eh?
Where's Mum?
Shopping. You had us real worried, running off like that.
I know.
Why did you go, love?
I just wanted to get away by myself for a while.
You shouldn't have done that. If you ever got any problems, you should come to me. We're a family, Kerry. We've got to stick together. Not bring in outsiders. That wouldn't be good for us. I miss my little girl real bad. It was real lonely without you, love. Real lonely. Don't ever leave me again. You're all I've got.
Yeah, see you then. Bye. Well, it was Woodridge on the phone.
Everything all right for tomorrow's rehearsal?
Yeah, the governor's okayed me going.
Ah, terrific. You'll really enjoy it, Jude. The girls are great.
Yeah, that's if Maxine comes back in time.
She was going to look after the shop, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh, don't worry. She'll roll in. Probably come in tomorrow half stung as usual.
That'd be right.
Still in the doghouse, am I? Or am I?
Not really. It's just that, we mustn't have cops hanging around here. That's very important, Tony.
You still thinking about Kerry?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. I still think we did the right thing, though. Her parents were so relieved.
I suppose so. It's just she's got something bottled up inside of her. I just wish we knew what it was.
Afternoon, Governor. Good afternoon. Mrs. Davidson, how's the meeting?
Oh, they do tend to go on a bit. Especially when Mr. Douglas is in full voice. Were there any problems while I was away?
No. Dempster's a bit of a worry.
Oh, dear. More trouble?
No, nothing like that. It's just that she's brooding. Look, I'm in two minds about moving her back with the other women.
Yes, I see your point, but with the attitude to Dempster's problem...
Yeah, look, there would have to be an officer on duty all the time, but... Oh, I don't know. I think it's worth a try.
Well, perhaps you're right. She shouldn't be on her own. Would you attend to it then?
Sure.
Mrs. Ditheridge.
Yes, Your Worship?
A simple sir will suffice, madam.
Yes, simple sir, your lordship.
Never mind. Mrs. Ditheridge, you are charged with speeding, failure to keep to the left, failure to keep to the right, and running down a policeman twice. What do you say to that?
You speak very clearly, young man. You be cred to your mum.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Ditheridge, just answer the questions, please. Now, tell me, what speed were you doing when you hit Sergeant Higgins?
Let me see now. About 95 miles an hour.
Isn't that awfully fast?
Oh, good. Now I can do 120 on the straight. I wasn't going as fast as that the second time I hit him.
Well, if it isn't the kid version. Oh, all on her own and all brave, don't you reckon?
Yeah. All right, everyone. Just listen to this. Now, this concert's taken a great deal of organising, and I want it to go ahead without any problems or delays.
Oh, well, Mrs. Powell, we was just practising.
Then see, that is all you do. Because any trouble will mean the whole thing's cancelled.
Oh, we can't have that, can we? We don't want to disappoint all them blokes out there. Some of them haven't seen a lady for years.
And what makes you think they're going to see one now?
All right, that's enough. Just remember, the department can stop it at any time. And anybody who does start trouble will have my personal attention. Is that understood, ladies? Yeah. Let me know if there's any disturbance straight away.
Right. We can wait. Concert's not forever. She's not going anywhere.
Lizzie's gonna sing a song with her voice.
No, well, I'm not going to be the one to tell her.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Can I join you in a coffee?
Yeah, of course.
It's nice to see you. Have a seat.
Thanks.
Mrs. Davidson said you were on leave. We thought you must have gone away.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Well, things have been a bit hectic. Anyway, I was in the area, as they say, and...
What's happened?
Well, there was a bit of trouble at the prison. I got rapped over the knuckles and told to take 2 weeks off.
Told to take 2 weeks off? What the hell for?
Well, some of the other officers and I decided to do something about, you know who, with the rackets and everything. And the upshot was that the department decided to have their pound of flesh over it, and Steve Faulkner resigned.
So that's why. Well, that's a pity. He was a real nice guy.
Yeah, if all the good officers leave, the women are going to be even worse off.
Exactly. She's not going to push me out. But after what happened, things are going to be a bit awkward, to say the least.
right, boys. It's only me. How's my old mate, eh? Oh, come on. What have I got for you tonight, eh? Got a beautiful steak for my header. Come on. I'll give you my big cuddle. Oh, my best mate. Come on. Come on, have your steak. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Race yours. Come on. Come on, my baby.
All right, Lizzie, we better go from the top again.
All right, to get it right down the line.
Mrs. Ditheridge.
Yes, your worship.
A simple sir will suffice, madam?
A simple sir.
No, then you say, yes, simple sir, your lordship.
Yes, simple sir, your lordship.
Oh, never mind. Mrs. Ditheridge, you are
G'day.
charged with speeding, failure to keep...
Thought you were in isolation.
What? Right and running down a police
Isolation.
twice.
How come they decided to
What do
let
you
you
say to
out?
I don't know.
You speak very clearly.
Just came and got me.
young man, you.
Well, it's better than being on your own.
You're a credit to your mother.
I don't know which is
You're a
worse.
credit to your mother.
Thank you very much.
That one over there, she
Mrs. Ditheridge,
wants to
just
kill me.
answer the
Oh,
questions,
Margot.
please.
She's
Now
always
tell
got a
me,
knife in
what
someone.
speed were you doing when you
I mean,
hit
she likes to act
Sergeant
tough.
Iggins?
Not that I blame her, really. I did hit my little girl.
Yeah, well, we all get a bit carried away sometimes.
But you don't understand. I hit her. I hit her really hard. Sometimes there were bruises all over her little body. I don't know how I could have done such a thing.
Look, I felt like that once. There were some pretty scary things I did. Hit out at people.
You?
Yeah. Then I went to the shrink and, well, he showed me that it wasn't really my fault. Sort of went back to my childhood, you know?
Don't you see that's what I mean? What if I'd done that to Michelle? What if she ends up hating me?
No, look, what I was getting at was that you should
I
probably...
really didn't want to hurt her. I love her. I really do. But oh, it got too much for me. Peter was always away when I needed him. He was always away when I needed him. And the housework was piling up.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And I got so lonely. And sometimes Michelle wouldn't behave. She'd just keep crying and crying and crying. And it just went on and on. And I felt I was getting like my mother. And she was nothing. She was nothing when she married. It was as if she didn't matter at all.
Couldn't you talk to your husband, told him about it?
I did. I begged him that last time not to go away, but he wouldn't take any notice, so I drove the car into him. And I could have killed him. All I ever wanted was a happy family. It was Michelle, Peter, and me. And now he's going to divorce me. I've lost everything. Everything I ever wanted.
Gaffney? Yep. Wordsworth?
You ought to know me by now, Mrs. Powell.
Wordsworth?
Yes, I'm here. We'll never get to this rehearsal at this rate.
Blokes will still be there when you get there, Lizzie.
Oh, that's more in your line. I've got better things to do with me time.
Come on, that's enough. Dempster? And your trial's been set for tomorrow. You'll be told what time later. All right, ladies, here's some mail from yesterday. Dobbs? Dempster? Kennedy?
Come on.
Stokes? Worth? Yours? Here you are.
Oh, Sally.
Dempster, stay where you are. Listen, everyone, those going to Woodridge, just get a move on. The rest of you know what your work duties are. Fields, you wait here. I'll take you to reception later.
God, I wonder what's bloody wrong with her now.
Who knows?
Dempster, what on earth's the matter?
Cry it out. All right, sort those. Same order as yesterday, right?
Yes, Mrs. Powell.
Meg, how have things been?
Oh, so. Actually, I've been doing some thinking. That's why I'm here early.
What about?
Joan Ferguson.
No, I don't want to hear another scheme about getting rid of her, thanks.
Don't worry, I have no intention of being burned twice.
I'm glad to hear it.
But we do have to work with her, Colleen. And I would prefer it if we weren't at odds all the time.
Yeah, well, fat chance of that after what's happened.
I don't know. I thought if we could get to know her better.
Get to know her better?
Well, we might, understand her a little. Now, how would you feel if I invited you both to dinner tomorrow night?
You're joking.
No, I'm not. I mean, you remember how awful Vera was. And then we found out she was simply lonely. Well, it does help if you get to know people better.
Joan is a different kettle of fish altogether from Vera. She is downright dangerous.
Oh, well, I'd like to try. I mean, work's hard enough without all these extra pressures.
All right. Though I don't think it's one of your better ideas.
Well, it couldn't be worse than the last one.
True. When do you plan to invite the other guest?
Well, when does she start?
11?
Well, with a bit of luck, I might catch her at home now.
Oh, God.
Here's a list of all the sketches and songs we'll be doing.
It's a definite, is it? Just that Mr. Crawford's expecting a rundown on what's happening.
Yeah, well, it better be. It took us long enough to work the damn thing out.
It's definite.
Good. Okay, then down to details. There'll be 3 performances. The dress rehearsal first. That'll be for the prisoners, the staff, family, and friends.
There's not going to be any admission for the rehearsal, huh?
No, we'll save that for the 2 public performances.
And all the proceeds will be divvied up between the charities, is that right?
Right. Driscoll House, the men's halfway house, the
Oh,
PRG.
hang about. We're going to run out of proceeds before we run out of charities.
Oi. Where's my bloody bank cheque?
What bank check, love?
The one for 5,000. Duncan said he was going to arrange for you to give it to me.
Sorry, haven't heard from him yet.
What's he bleeding playing at? If he's trying to hold
Take
out
it
on
easy.
me,
He always plays.
you better get in touch with him and tell him to make it soon. Or else... Thought you might be covered in bruises next time I saw you.
No.
Well, it must have worked then, what I said about standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like Lou's type, letting you get away with anything.
Well, he hasn't exactly. Reckon he figures treating me like I'm a galah more fun than beating me up.
Oh. Well, the way he treats you isn't important, is it? I mean, it's what you think of yourself.
Yeah.
And I still think the way you stood up for me was terrific.
Anytime.
Oh! Excuse me. Now, look, if you 2 lovebirds fancy a little roll in the air, you want to find somewhere more private than this.
Shut up, Chrissy.
I'm only trying to help you out. I know how it is. Here, look, I'll even keep hush-hush for a packet of fags. There's no need for that. All right, then. I'll do it for nothing.
It's all right. We're not going to do anything.
Okay, suit yourself. I wish I had the bleeding choice. I wouldn't be so backward in coming forward. Get on with it. He's a good-looking bloke. Grab him.
It's all right, boy. Stay. Well, the last person I expected to see.
Yes, well, things haven't been very pleasant lately. That's why I'm here.
Go on.
I know we've had our differences, but I just don't like working under those conditions, and I don't suppose you do either.
No.
So I'd like to apologise and hope that we can let bygones be bygones and start afresh.
Fair enough.
Good. Oh, I'm glad that's off my chest. Well, I do think we should get to know each other better, and so I was wondering if perhaps you and Colleen might like to come to my place for dinner tomorrow night.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
but
look,
I...
if you've got something else, perhaps we can make it another night.
Look, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I don't think so.
Right, well, I better be going. I hope I haven't made you late for work.
Of course not.
Bye.
Bye. Morning, Governor.
Good morning, Miss Ferguson. Barbara, when you finish there, I'd like you to come to my office.
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just that I have a pile of old files I'd like put away.
Yes, of course.
Fields, I want to talk to you.
What do you want?
Information.
About what? I haven't.
Shut up and listen. That trap the other officers were setting for me. I think the Governor was in on it.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, she'd hardly broadcast it. But if she was, it'll be on my file. Find out. I want everything that's written about it.
Well, I can't do that. You don't think Mrs. Davidson's going to let me stay in there by myself, do you?
Can't is a word you can ill afford, Fields. Remember, I have copies of your papers.
If I help you this time, will you give me those papers back?
Don't be naive, Fields. Let's just say, as long as you continue to do as you're told, no one else will get them.
I went to a wonderful party. Old Terry really looked nice. In a Tarzan swimsuit, he got nissed as a pew and fell off the chandelier twice.
Latham bitch is getting right up my nose.
What's the problem?
She's going crook about her money. We've got to get rid of her fast before she starts shooting her mouth off.
You spoken to Waters yet?
Roster's all fixed.
Because just for a laugh,
You sure Murray will do it?
You can bet your sweet life on
I'd
that.
sewn up the
Like I
zipper
said,
and not
just got to
even
say her name and the boy goes berserk.
Oh, we did have a lovely time.
What do you reckon?
Oh, looks great to me.
I wish we were out of this place, Patty.
Don't we all?
I'd like to get to know you better, but what chance have we got in here?
Yeah.
It's either the bloody screws hounding you or the others making smart cracks.
Don't worry about them.
But I do. They got no right to make it sound as if it's dirty or something just because... I like you a lot, Patty.
I like you too, Andy.
Be good if it was just you and me outside, eh?
Yeah, wouldn't it be? You know, we could get away for a little while.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, just to talk, be together, even if it's just for a few minutes.
No, it's too risky. If we got nicked, they'd never let you near this place again. I wouldn't see you at all then.
Oh, we'd be okay. Chrissy'd keep Nick.
Be nice to shut all of this out.
Yeah, wouldn't it be?
Meg Morris called to see me this morning. Rather strange, don't you think?
No, I don't know. Meg doesn't like things to stay unfriendly.
Is that so?
Look in on Dempster, will you? She's back in her own cell.
Still causing trouble.
She's had another upset. See if she wants to work again. It could take her mind off her troubles.
All right, if that's what you want.
How did it go with Meg?
Not well, really.
Come in. Oh, Mrs. Davidson, could I have a word with you, please? It's about one of the women.
Yes, of course, Mrs. Power. Would you mind waiting outside, Barbara? Now, who was it you wanted to talk about?
Dempster. I'm very worried about her. She got a card from her daughter this morning, and she's been crying non-stop ever since.
Oh, dear, that is unfortunate. Do you think perhaps we should get a social worker in to see her?
That I have already suggested, and she won't have a bar of it.
I see.
I know it's good she's showing emotion, but she's gone from one extreme to another, and I'm very worried about it.
Well, you've spoken to her. Do you have any suggestions?
Only Dr. Weissman. I know he's coming in to see Lawson again soon. Now, I thought he could check on Dempster as well.
Yes, that could be a good idea. Although she may not be with us for much longer. She goes to trial tomorrow.
Yes, well, that she already knows, and I don't think it's improving matters. What with the prospect of losing both her husband and her daughter.
Well, I shall certainly speak to Dr. Weissman about it. In the meantime, keep her under close supervision.
Miss Ferguson's with her now.
Well, Dempster, aren't you ashamed of yourself just lazing about? But then doing nothing's your specialty, isn't it?
It's not fair.
Well, then perhaps you wouldn't be averse to a little work. In the laundry, perhaps.
No, I don't want to go.
Oh, you'll be quite safe. There'll be an officer nearby.
I can't.
Oh, for God's sake, woman, you can't spend the rest of your life just moping about.
This was my life. Now it's gone. My little girl sent it. After all I've done to her, she wants me back. She wants us to be a family again. Oh, I was so selfish. I got drunk and I stole things when I didn't get my own way. I never thought about what she wanted, not once. I never knew she needed me.
It's no wonder your husband wants to divorce you. Without you, he can give the child a chance. Now, forget about the past. If you want to survive, do something. Like getting off your backside.
Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me.
They're not too bloody bad, you know.
Yeah, bloody good.
Hey, what's your look? I mean, don't tell me you're doing all this for nothing.
Screw's got the idea that I'm a bad boy, see? Like parole and me are sort of two words that have never been said together in the same breath.
So you're doing the concert to suck to the screws, are you?
Wouldn't exactly put it like that. But I mean, we all want to get out of here, don't we?
Well, now you're talking.
You're not thinking of going over the wall here.
Why not?
I got this dump packed up like a can of sardines. Easy to get out of Wentworth.
I'll think of something.
Another thing, I don't want any bitch stuffing up the concert.
Hang about, Lou. Maybe we can do a deal with the lady.
What do you mean?
We're going to need a little help from someone during the concert. Keeping the screws off us for a while.
A diversion, you mean?
Right, girl. Help us out, and I'll give you the lowdown on how to get out of here. You interested?
I gave them to me, Dad.
I am.
I wish he could again. but that was on the outside. And things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines.